This has to get published. Promise me you'll make sure of it.
I promise. I won't let you down.
My bestseller made me famous, but I followed her to the gate begging her to stay. The fluorescent hum of JFK's departure hall buzzed like a swarm of regrets in Elena's ears, drowning out the muffled announcements crackling overhead. Her heart hammered against her ribs, each beat a desperate plea she couldn't voice yet. Sophia's silhouette blurred through the glass security line, that damn rolling suitcase trailing like an anchor dragging her away. "Soph," Elena whispered, the word scraping raw from her throat, but the crowd swallowed it whole. Fame had turned her voice into a commodity, interviews, signings, TED Talks, but right now it failed her completely. She bolted forward, weaving through suits and backpacks, the sharp tang of stale pretzels and overbrewed coffee hitting her like a slap. Her loafers, scuffed from too many rushed cab rides to launches, slapped against the tile, echoing her panic. Why now? Why after everything? The book that had skyrocketed her to bestseller lists, the one Sophia had midwifed through endless red-ink nights in their cramped Brooklyn walk-up, was the very poison seeping between them now. Flashback hit like a reel snapping into place. 6 months earlier, the call that changed it all. Elena slumped at her kitchen table, the East River glinting mockingly through the window, a half-empty mug of chamomile gone cold beside her laptop. The manuscript for Whispers in the margins, her raw gut punch of a novel about two women unraveling in the shadows of their own ambitions, sat rejected by every agent in the city. Too niche, one email read. Lesbian leads in literary fiction? Groundbreaking, sure, but sales. Another. Intimate, but marketed as romance or its DOA. Sophia had breezed in then, key jingling like wind chimes, her editor's satchel slung over one shoulder, take-out bags from that hole-in-the-wall tie place dangling from the other. "Babe, you look like you wrestled a ghost and lost." Her voice, that warm Midwestern lilt softened by years in the city, wrapped around Elena like a blanket. Sophia, 34 to Elena's 36, had traded cornfields for copy desks, her days spent wrangling manuscripts at a mid-tier indie press. But with Elena, she was just soft, fierce, funny, the one who traced lazy circles on Elena's thigh under diner tables, whispering plot twists that made Elena blush and rewrite entire chapters. Elena had spilled it all, tears salting the pad thai. Sophia listened, chopsticks paused midair, her blue eyes steady as lake water. Then, without a word, she slid the manuscript toward her, flipping pages with those ink-stained fingers. Hours melted away, the city symphony outside fading to their shared silence, broken only by the scratch of pen and Sophia's soft hums. Old jazz tunes from her grandma's records. "This isn't niche," she'd said finally, voice thick with something Elena couldn't name. "This is us. Raw real. The world needs it." She marked it up not with cuts, but with amplifications, deepening the lover's stolen glances in rainy alleys, the ache of hands brushing under conference tables, the electric hush of first kisses in book-lined lofts. By dawn the revisions glowed. Sophia kissed Elena's temple, tasting salt and sweat. "Send it. To HarperCollins. Today." Elena did, fingers shaking on the submit button, heart lodged in her throat like a swallowed stone. The acceptance came 3 weeks later, while Elena was shelving returns at the indie bookstore gig that barely covered rent. Her phone vibrated against a stack of hardcovers, the agent's voice a blur of 6 figures, and film rights buzz. She stumbled into the back room, sinking onto a milk crate amid dusty arcs, laughter bubbling up hysterical and hot. Called Sophia first, of course. "We did it, sophomore, holy shit, we did it." That night they celebrated in their tiny apartment, fairy lights strung haphazardly over exposed brick, bottles of cheap Prosecco fizzing on the fire escape. Sophia pulled Elena close amid the laughter, their bodies fitting like puzzle pieces worn smooth by habit. "To us," Sophia toasted, clinking glasses, her free hand slipping under Elena's shirt, tracing the curve of her hip. The kiss started soft, celebratory, but deepened into something fiercer. Teeth grazing collarbones, breaths mingling with the distant wail of sirens. They tumbled to the futon, sheets tangling like plot threads, Elena's moans muffled against Sophia's neck, the scent of her citrus shampoo mixing with the faint ozone of summer storm rolling in. Fame crept in slow, then avalanche fast. Whispers hit shelves with a whisper itself. A quiet launch at a cozy Greenwich Village spot. Elena in a borrowed silk blouse, Sophia beaming from the front row. Reviews trickled, a luminous debut, gushed the Times. Hearts prose pulses with queer longing, raved a blogger. Then the snowball. Oprah's book club nudge, a spot on The View, podcast dissecting the lesbian renaissance in lit. Elena watched it unfold from coffee shops, her byline suddenly everywhere. Billboards in Times Square, her face on subway ads, that author photo Sophia had snapped in Central Park, wind-tousled and vulnerable. But the high came laced with vertigo. Invites flooded. Literary festivals in Aspen, panels at Book Expo. You're a voice now. Her agent cooed over martinis at the Algonquin. Own it. Sophia was her anchor through the whirl. She'd tag along to events, clipboard in hand like a stage manager, deflecting gushing fans so Elena could breathe. In hotel rooms after readings, San Francisco's fog-shrouded Marriott, the crisp linen scent clinging to their skin, they debrief in whispers, Sophia's head on Elena's chest, heartbeat a steady drum. Proud of you, she'd murmur, fingers lacing through Elena's hair, pulling her into slow, grounding kisses that tasted of room service wine and relief. But cracks spiderwebbed early, subtle as a page crease. Late calls from publicists yanked Elena from bed at 2 a.m. Her groggy protests met with, "This is the dream L." Sophia, editing till her eyes burned, would roll over with a sigh, soft at first, then edged with steel. Go. Shine. The apartment felt emptier. Takeout containers piling like unanswered emails. One night, after a gala where Elena schmoozed with agents flashing film deal smiles, she stumbled home to find Sophia at the table, red pen idle, a half-packed duffel by the door. Not leaving, Sophia said quick, catching Elena's wide-eyed stare. But her voice wobbled, that lake-water steadiness rippled. Just thinking. This life, it's yours now. Bright lights, big city. I'm still slinging commas for peanuts. Elena dropped to her knees, hands framing Sophia's face, thumbs brushing away the damp tracks. You're everything. The book, the fame, it's us. Our story. They made love there on the kitchen floor, urgent and reclaiming, Elena's gasps echoing off cabinets, Sophia's nails digging crescents into her back. But in the afterglow, tangled and slick, Elena felt the fracture widen. A hairline, yes, but deep. The gate loomed now and present, security beeline swallowing Sophia's form. Elena shoved past a family lugging suitcases, elbow clipping a roller bag, apology dying on her lips. Sophia. This time it carried, slicing through the din. Heads turned, whispers rippled. Isn't that Elena Hart? But she didn't care. Fame's glare be damned. This was her unraveling. Sophia paused at the scanner, turning slow, suitcase thumping to a halt. Her eyes met Elena's, blue meeting green stormed to shore. And for a beat, the terminal hushed, travelers fading to extras in their private reel. L. She breathed, the nickname a lifeline tossed across the chasm. Don't go. Elena's voice broke, words tumbling wet and fierce. Please. I know I lost us in the noise, the parties, the panels, the endless fucking autographs. But you're my first reader, my heart in every line. Without you. Sophia's lips parted. A sigh escaping like steam from that coffee cup. But the line surged, beepers chirping impatient. 987 words. She stepped back just 1 foot, but it gutted Elena like a red line through her soul. The agent's voice echoed in her head. Pivot to the pitch, Hart. Keep him hooked. But this wasn't a query letter. This was Sophia, the woman who'd inked her vulnerabilities into gold, now slipping through her fingers like loose-leaf pages in wind. Cut to 3 months post-launch. The whirlwind had peaked. Whispers top charts, Elena's face on Vanity Fair's Next Wave spread, captioned the queer voice redefining romance. Photo shoots in lofts with skyline views, stylists cooing over her literary waif vibe, whatever that meant. Sophia tagged along to the first big one, perched on a velvet stool amid ring lights and reflectors, sketching notes on her phone while Elena posed in chiffon that itched like guilt. Looking fierce, Sophia mouthed during a break, tossing a water bottle her way. Her smile crinkled the corners of her eyes, that secret code they'd perfected. Affirmation without applause. But as the photographer barked more intensity, channel the heartbreak, Elena glanced at Sophia, and there it was. A flicker brief as a shutter click of something shadowed. Envy? Resentment? No deeper loss like watching your own reflection fade in a mirror. That night, back in their bed with sheets still rumpled from morning haste, Elena pressed close, nose buried in Sophia's hair, inhaling the familiar lavender from her drugstore shampoo. "You okay?" she murmured, lips brushing earlobe. Sophia shifted, back arching into her touch, but her laugh came forced, tinny. "Just peachy. You're the star now. Get used to the glow-up." Her hand trailed down Elena's side, nails grazing ribs, sparking heat that pooled low. They moved together, slow at first, exploratory, Sophia's tongue tracing collarbone dips, Elena's gasp syncing with the creak of the bed frame. But midway, Sophia's rhythm faltered, her breath sharpening to something almost pained. Elena pulled back, searching her face in the streetlight's slant. "Talk to me." "It's nothing." Sophia's eyes dodged, fixing on the ceiling crack they joked about patching. "Just seeing you up there all polished and profound makes me feel like the side character in our own book." The confession hung vulnerable, and Elena kissed it away, pouring reassurance into every press of skin, every whispered, "You're the plot, baby. The twist that keeps me turning pages." They crested together, tangled and trembling, but the aftertaste lingered, bitter as cold coffee. The drift accelerated with summer festivals. Elena jetted to Hay Festival in the Cotswolds, Prestige L. Network, leaving Sophia to hold the fort, emails stacking like unread chapters. Jet-lagged calls from quaint inns. "Miss you. Bed's too big." Sophia's replies warmed at first. "Conquer those Brits. Bring back tea and tails." But static crept in, voices tinny over spotty Wi-Fi, silences stretching where laughter used to fill. Back stateside, the apartment reeked of neglect. Mail slit open on counters, plants wilting from missed waterings. Sophia greeted her at the door with a fierce hug, bodies slamming together like punctuation marks. "Welcome home, rockstar." Dinner was delivery pizza, grease spotting the box, eaten cross-legged on the floor amid scattered proofs for Sophia's latest project. A debut poet who'd bailed last minute. "Chaos here," Sophia said, wiping sauce from her chin, but her eyes danced, alive with the grind Elena had started romanticizing in interviews. They fell into bed early, pizza haze and exhaustion blending into lazy touches, Elena's fingers mapping Sophia's freckles like constellations, Sophia's mouth hot on her inner thigh, drawing out moans that echoed off brick walls. "God soft," Elena panted, arching, the world narrowing to slick heat and shared breaths. Climax hit like a plot peak, leaving them boneless, Sophia's head pillowed on Elena's stomach, rising falling with each inhale. But dawn brought the call. LA for script meetings. Whispers adaptation talks. Studios circling like sharks scenting blood. 2 weeks max, Elena promised, packing while Sophia leaned in the doorway, arms crossed, smile tight. "Go write our Hollywood ending." The kiss at the door lingered too long, desperate, tongues tangling with unspoken fears. Ella was a blur of palm-shaded lots, power lunches at Spago where execs dissected her queer authenticity, over salads no one ate. Elena texted nonstop, selfies from the Hollywood sign, voice memos of traffic-jammed rants. Sophia's responses lagged. Thumbs up emojis, sounds glam. One night, post-dinner with producers, Elena FaceTimed from her hotel balcony, city sprawl glittering below like scattered sequins. "Wish you were here. This view's nothing without you critiquing it." Sophia appeared pixelated, propped in bed, the apartment's blue lamp casting shadows. "Bet. But hey, nailed that scene rewrite today." Poets thrilled. Pride swelled in Elena, Sophia's quiet wins amid her own roar. But then Sophia yawned, rubbing eyes. "Tired. Early edit tomorrow. Love you. Love you more." Click. The line went dead, leaving Elena with traffic hum and a hollow ache, like a story arc sagging mid-draft. The return flight touched down to rain-slicked runways, Elena hailing a cab straight to Brooklyn, bouquet of peonies, Sophia's favorite, dripping on the seat. But the apartment door yielded to silence. No jazz humming from speakers, no clatter of keyboard. Note on the fridge, handwriting sharp as her red pen. At the office late. Fridge has leftovers. Miss your face. S. Elena paced, peonies wilting in the sink, the bouquet's cloying sweetness turning cloying. She poured wine, scrolled her feed fan art of her characters, kissy face comments, but it all blurred to static. Midnight brought Sophia. Key scraping the lock, exhaustion carving hollows under her eyes. Hey stranger. She dropped her bag, pulling Elena into a hug that smelled of ink and subway steel. They didn't make it to bed. Kitchen counter became their stage. Elena's hands hiking Sophia's skirt, mouths crashing hungry, the peony scattering petals like confetti. Sophia gasped against her neck, legs wrapping tight, nails scoring shoulders as they rocked together, counter edge biting hips. Need you, Sophia whispered, voice frayed, and Elena gave it all, fingers curling just so, thumbs circling relentless, until Sophia shattered with a cry that fogged the window. Collapsed in a heap, breath sinking ragged, Elena traced Sophia's jaw. What's eating you? Really? Sophia stiffened, then sighed, the sound heavy as unsent pages. It's this. You soaring me grounded. Feels like I'm editing someone else's life now. Tears welled hot on Elena's chest. I love you, Elle. But I need to breathe too. Maybe space. My sister's in Chicago offered her spare room. Just till I figure edits on me. The word space landed like a dropped mic echoing. Elena bolted up, heart jackrabbiting. No. We fix this. Therapy weekends away. Sophia cupped her face, thumb swiping a tear. It's not broken. Just bending. But her eyes said otherwise, storm clouds gathering. Weeks blurred. Elena canceling gigs to be present. Cooking disasters that charred the air. Forced date nights at jazz clubs where Sophia's foot tapped restless under tables. Fame's demands didn't pause. Podcasts probing her personal inspirations. Fans demanding thirst traps inspired by the book. One interview, a podcaster leaned in sly. That dedication. To S. My forever red line. Who's the muse? Elena froze, mic hot in her grip. Someone who sees the story before it's written. Laughter rippled, but inside panic clawed Sophia, fading like marginalia. The ultimatum came soft, over coffee in their sun-dappled nook, steam curling like question marks. I'm going, Sophia said, voice steady but eyes pleading. Not forever. Trial run. Chicago's got freelance gigs, fresh air. We video call visit. But I need this, Elle. To not be just your shadow. Begging rose in Elena's throat, but she swallowed it, nodding through tears. Okay. If it keeps us. The kiss was chaste, sealing a pact, but her chest caved, hollow as an uncorrected draft. Packing day. Suitcases zipping like zippers on a wound, Sophia folding sweaters with mechanical care. Elena hovered, folding and unfolding a scarf, Sophia's, cashmere soft from a long-ago gift. Call when you land. The cab horn blared outside, impatient. At the door, Sophia turned, pulling Elena close, foreheads pressing. This isn't goodbye. It's a comma. Lips met soft, lingering, tasting of salt and unspoken revisions. Then she was gone, door clicking shut like a period. The weeks that followed were a slow bleed. Elena threw herself into promo tours, Boston, Seattle, stages blurring to sameness, applause a roar masking the quiet in her hotel rooms. Text from Sophia. Loving the lake views. Landed a poetry gig. Elena replied with heart emojis. Book tour selfies, but the lag grew, responses thinning to busy week. Miss you. One night, post-reading in Portland, rain pattering window panes like fingertips, Elena cracked. Voicemail, voice slurring from bourbon. Soft, the crowds chant my name, but it's your voice I hear in the silences. Come back. Please. No reply till morning. Talk soon. XO. The call came 2 months in, Sophia's face filling the screen. Background a sunny loft with exposed beams. Not their brick. El. We need to talk. Elena's stomach plummeted. Mug clattering to saucer. What's wrong? I'm staying. Chicago feels right. Base is good. For me. Pause, her sigh crackling the line. For us, maybe. Long distance. The word twisted like a knife. Long distance? Soft, that's not us. That's chapters apart. Tears spilled, hot tracks. I can't, the book was us. The fame's hollow without you redlining my days. Sophia's eyes welled, mirroring. I know, but I'm drowning in your orbit. Need to orbit my own sun a while. The call ended with I love you, but it echoed empty. Elena didn't sleep. Dawn found her at JFK's international departures, Sophia's flight to a Chicago-lit con, but no wait, the ticket stub she'd glimpsed in a photo, one way to London. A job offer? Escape. Panic propelled her cabward. Fame's perks flashing a VIP pass to the gate. Now here, the line beeping urgent, Sophia's hand hovering over ID. You can't. I can. I will. Elena surged forward, security parting like Red Sea extras, her plea a script unwritten. Stay. Rewrite this with me. The terminal's aircon blasted cold, raising gooseflesh on Elena's arms, but sweat beaded her brow, trickling salty down her temple. Travelers gawked now, phones slyly angling tomorrow's tabloid fodder. Bestseller begs lover at gate. Let them. This was no scene for spectacle. It was the climax she'd dodged writing. The emotional peak where words failed and bodies spoke. Sophia dropped her bag, the thud muffled by carpet, stepping into Elena's space. Up close, the scent hit lavender shampoo laced with airport exhaust. That unique Sophia musk Elena had mapped in fevered dreams. How'd you even get back here? Sophia's voice trembled, half laugh, half choke, her hand lifting instinctive to Elena's cheek. Doesn't matter. Elena caught the wrist, pressing palm to skin, feeling pulse rabbit fast against her own. What matters is you. I flew across the country chasing echoes of you, stages full of strangers reciting our lines, but empty without your critique. Fame's a thief, sophomore stole my time, my focus. But not you. Never you. A collective inhale from the queue. An older woman clutching pearls, a teen filming unabashed. Sophia glanced, color draining, then yanked her hand free. Not rejection, but recoil from the spotlight's glare. This is exactly it, Elle. Your world's devouring mine. I can't breathe in it. The words landed like gut punches, each syllable a bruise blooming. Elena staggered back half-step, vision blurring. Flash. Their first meeting 2 years back at a cramped lit mag mixer in a Soho basement, air thick with craft beer and awkward pitches. Elena, nursing a flat soda, cornered by a pompous prof droning on postmodernism. Sophia swooped in, clipboard like a shield. Excuse me, fresh edits needed upstairs. Towing her to a quieter alcove, plunking down with ignore that windbag. Tell me about your work. Elena had words spilling like uncorked wine. The novel brewing, lovers coded from stolen glances at women in cafes, the ache of unspoken desires in buttoned-up offices. Sophia listened, head tilted, questions sharp as her pen. What's the turning point? The kiss that breaks the dam. By night's end, numbers exchanged. Elena walking home buzzed not on booze but possibility. City lights smearing joyful. First date. Rainy afternoon at the Met, dodging crowds in impressionist galleries, Monet's lilies blurring like their laughter. Sophia's hand brushed hers by the watercolors, electric, tentative, then lace fingers bold, tugging her into a shadowed hall for a kiss that tasted of vanilla latte and nerves. Soft at first, exploratory, then deepening, Sophia's back to cool marble, Elena's heart thundering as tongues met, a gasp escaping when Sophia nipped her lower lip. That night, back at Sophia's sublet, cozy chaos of stacked books and half-burned candles, they tumbled tentative, clothes shedding like inhibitions. Elena's shirt overhead, Sophia's bra clasp fumbling under eager fingers, skin meeting skin with sighs that fogged the air. Beautiful, Sophia breathed, mapping breasts with reverent palms, mouth following, wet heat on nipples drawing arches and whimpers. Lower jeans shoved aside, Sophia's fingers teasing folds, circling clit with maddening slowness till Elena bucked, pleading please, climax crashing like waves on canvas. Post-bliss curled under threadbare quilt, Sophia traced Elena's spine. That story of yours? Make it ours. From there the manuscript bloomed, their lives entwining. Mornings with coffee and revisions, evenings tangled in sheets, breath sinking to jazz vinyl scratches. But fame had rewritten the script. Elena blinked back to the gate, tears carving paths. Remember the Met? Rain drumming the roof, your hand in mine like it belonged? That's us sophomore. Not this circus. Sophia's jaw worked, throat-bobbing swallow. I do. God, every detail. The way your laugh echoed off those halls, how you tasted like hope. Her voice cracked, hand twitching toward Elena's. But that was before. Before the book became a brand. Before I became the muse in sidebars. Fans ask me for quotes now like I'm a footnote. The security agent cleared throat, watch checking. Ma'am, boarding in too. Sophia flinched, eyes darting. Elena lunged, gripping shoulders, thumbs pressing clavicles like anchors. Then unfootnote yourself. Quit the press, co-write the next. We build this together, tours as partners, not plus one. Please. I can't lose the woman who made me. A sob escaped Sophia, raw and unedited, drawing murmurs from the line. She sagged into Elena, foreheads knocking, gentle breaths mingling hot. You don't get it. Chicago was a start space to edit my own narrative. London. It's a 6-month fellowship. Real work, not shadows. My chance to shine solo. London. The word detonated, shards embedding. Elena's knees buckled, but she held fast, nails digging fabric. Solo? After everything? The nights I read drafts aloud. Your voice in my head shaping every comma? You're not shadow, you're the goddamn light. Whispers swelled. That's Elena Hart. Phones flashing now, a circle tightening. Sophia pulled away, cheeks flushed, suitcase reclaiming like a shield. I love you, Elle. Always. But love isn't enough if it's eclipsing. She leaned in, kiss ghosting Elena's lips, soft farewell sweet, tasting of tears and final drafts. Then turned, ID flashing to the scanner, beep granting passage. Elena lunged after, but the gate arm barred, agent's hand firm on arm. Miss, you can't. Sophia paused once, silhouette framed in the jetway maw, waving small heartbreak etched in the curve of her spine. Then gone, swallowed by the tube. Door sealing with hydraulic hiss. The terminal roared back. Announcements blaring, heels clicking past. Elena sank to knees, sobs racking, the cold tile seeping through denim. A fan approached, hesitant. Autograph. But she waved blind, world tunneling to that empty jetway mouth. Hours later, or minutes. Time smeared, she rose, legs numb, weaving to a gate lounge window. Planes taxied distant, Sophia's flight a silver speck lifting into dawn haze. Elena pressed palm to glass, breath fogging a heart shape that smeared quick. Cut to the cab ride home. Rain sluicing windows like shed tears, driver humming radio crooners. Elena's phone buzzed, agent. Viral video. Begging scenes gold, promo spike. She silenced it, curling into seat, the peony scent from days ago lingering faint, mocking. Brooklyn greeted gray, apartment yawning empty. Sophia's side of closet bare. Vanity cleared of potions, the futon sagging solo. Elena collapsed there. Manuscript pages scattering from the nightstand. Whispers dog-eared, Sophia's notes in margins. Deeper here, show the ache. She gathered them, fingers tracing ink. Inhaling paper's dry must. Sleep evaded, chased by reels. Their first fight over Elena's cancelled anniversary dinner for a last-minute signing. Sophia's slammed door. Makeup sex against the fridge, urgent and bruising, apologies gasped between thrusts. Or the quiet mornings, Sophia's head on pillow. Elena sketching her sleeping face. Lines softening in repose. Dawn crept, gray light slanting accusatory. Elena rose, brewing coffee strong black. The gurgle mocking solitude. Laptop open to a blank doc. Next book? Sequel? No, something raw. Their story unvarnished. Fingers hovered keys, then flew. She followed her to the gate, voice breaking on please. Words poured unedited, the terminal's chill, Sophia's scent, the kiss's ghost. No polish, just pulse. By noon 10 pages, tears salting keyboard. A text pinged, Sophia. Landed safe. Video everywhere. You okay? Elena typed back, thumb trembling. Writing. Miss your red line. Pause then. Proud. Send drafts. Always your first reader. EXO. Not closure but a bridge, fragile, spanning oceans. Elena hit save, exhaling shaky, the rain easing to drizzle outside. The story wasn't over. Just paused, waiting for revisions. But the ache lingered, a bruised thumb pressed. Evening stretched, Elena wandering markets for peonies that wilted quick. Jazz playlists looping Sophia's favorites. Coltrane's sax wailing loss. Promo dragged. Panels where she dodged muse probes with inspirations private. Fans nodding sage but eyes hungry for scandal. One night, post-event in a dim-lit bar, a fan lingered. 20-something with Elena's book clutched like talisman. That video broke me. Was it real? Elena sipped whiskey, burned steadying. Real as it gets. Love's messy draft. The woman nodded, sharing her own, girlfriend ghosting after grad school grind. Write it out, Elena advised, echoing Sophia. Turn pain to pages. Home buzzed and bold, Elena dialed. Voicemail. Soft that fan tonight, reminded me we're not alone in this. Wherever you are, know I'm editing too. For us. Reply came dawn, voice note, Sophia's lilt wind whipped, Big Ben tolling faint. Heard it. Crying on Tower Bridge. We're stories, L twists ahead. Call soon. Hope flickered, small as a cursor blink. Elena smiled wry, first in weeks, the futon less vast. Months ground on, seasons shifting. Autumn leaves carpeting Brooklyn stoops like fallen plot points. Elena's walks crunching underfoot. Collar turned against chill winds off the river. The viral gate video morphed from scandal to meme. Gifs of her plea captioned, when the plot twist hits IRL. Boosting whispers sails to stratospheric, her agent crowing over brunch mimosas. LeBron-level endorsement, baby. Oprah wants a follow-up chat. Elena nodded through it, fork spearing eggs indifferent, mind adrift to London fog. Sophia texted about. Pub crawls with fellows, miss your snark on bad prose. Their pings evolved, daily at first tentative bridges of emojis and anecdotes, then deeper. Sophia's fellowship woes, a prickly mentor shredding her sample edits. Elena's tour confessions, the loneliness of hotel minibars and echoey halls. One crisp October eve, Elena holed in a cafe. Leafy enclave near Prospect Park, steam from her latte fogging glasses, tapping out the new manuscript. Title floated unwritten. Red lines and runways? No two-on-nos. The draft delved raw. A writer chasing her editor-lover across oceans, begging not with words but wounds laid bare. Fingers flew, coffee cooling untouched, the barista's indie playlist crooning Bon Iver ballads that tugged heartstrings. Ping, Sophia, photo attached, her in a wool coat, Thames backdrop, grin wide amid falling leaves. Autumn here too. Thinking of our park picnics, your burnt PB&JS. Elena laughed aloud, startling a nearby reader, thumbing reply. Guilty. Enclosed, fresh pages. Red line away. The file zipped over, heart pounding like first submit nerves. Hours later reply. Annotated PDF, Sophia's notes blooming margins. Amp the sensory here. Add rainslick cobblestones under frantic feet. And at end. This is you, Ellis. Hurts good. Elena printed it. Red ink stark on white, tracing comments like braille of touch. That night, alone in sheets that smelled faintly of lavender spray she'd overdone, she let hands wander, fingers circling nipples to peaks, dipping lower to slick heat, imagining Sophia's mouth, her whispers. Climax came quiet, tears mingling with aftershocks, a release laced bittersweet. Thanksgiving loomed solo, Elena opting for a Friendsgiving potluck with bookstore pals, turkey carved amid laughter, but her plate stayed picked over, mind on Sophia's texts. Family feast here, Mum's Yorkshire PUDs. Wish you sassing the gravy. Reply. Save me a flight. Or a bite. Christmas brought the break, Sophia's fellowship holiday pause, a red-eye booked impulsive, Elena pacing JFK arrivals, breath fogging glass like that gate day. Heart jackhammered as passengers trickled. Then, there Sophia emerging rumpled, scarf askew, eyes scanning desperate. They collided mid-terminal, arms wrapping fierce, bodies melding airport indifferent. God soft, Elena mumbled into neck, inhaling home, lavender and jet fuel tang. Sophia's laugh vibrated chest, hands cupping Elena's face, thumbs swiping damp cheeks. Missed you, stupid. The cab ride blurred. Kisses stolen greedy, driver averting eyes in mirror. Hands roaming under coats, thighs pressing urgent. Apartment door barely latched before clothes shed in foyer heap. Stumbling to futon and tangle. Sophia's mouth claimed Elena's, hungry claiming. Tongues dueling as fingers worked buttons free. Shirts discarded, Elena's bra unclasped hasty. Sophia's palms cupping breasts. Thumbs teasing nipples to ache. Need this, Sophia gasped, pushing Elena down, mouth trailing fire. Nips to collarbone, licks along ribs, then lower jeans yanked with denim rasp. Elena arched, fingers threading blonde waves as Sophia's tongue delved. Slow laps at folds, circling clit with precision born of memory. Fingers curling inside to hit that spot. Moans spilled unchecked, Elena's hips bucking. Soft yes. Climax ripping through like thunder, body quaking. Sophia crawled up, shedding her own jeans, straddling Elena's thigh, grinding slick against skin. Elena's hands gripped hips, guiding rhythm, mouth latching to breast, sucking hard till Sophia keened. Head thrown back, waves crashing her in shudders. They collapsed entwined, breaths ragged, afterglow humming soft. Stay, Elena whispered later, fingers tracing Sophia's slack jaw. Extend the visa. Co-edit from here. Sophia stiffened, reality intruding. 2 weeks max. Back to London January. The words chilled, but she softened, kissing temple. But this it's solid. Distance is just white space on the page. The fortnight flew, days tangled in bed. Lazy brunches with mimosas fizzing. Nights at jazz dens where Sophia's foot hooked Elena's under tables, secret anchor. They revised together, laptops side by side on the fire escape. Red pens dueling over drafts, laughter bubbling when Elena overwrote. Sophia's trim the fat. Met with mock offense kisses. One evening, bundled against sleet, they wandered the Christmas market. Mulled wine steaming cups, lights twinkling like story sparks. Sophia paused at a stall, fingering leather journals. For your next. Fill it with us. Elena bought 2, inscribing Sophia's. To my forever editor. Rewrite me always. New Year's Eve dawn crisp. Countdown ticking in Times Square's frenzy. They opted intimate. Rooftop with neighbors, Prosecco popping at midnight. Sophia pulling Elena close amid cheers. Kiss deepening, fireworks dazzled. To new chapters. Sophia toasted, eyes gleaming resolve. But departure loomed, suitcase repacked sad. Airport drop-off. Elena gripping the wheel, white-knuckled, curb idling. Call every night, she demanded, voice thick. Promise. Sophia's kiss lingered, car fogged, then out, waving from sidewalk, swallowed by crowds. The void echoed louder post-holiday. Elena's manuscript stalling at midpoint sag. Promo ramped, spring tours, panels on authenticity and queer lit. Where Elena fielded How's the Muse? With practice deflection. Writing our sequel. Fans ate it, but inside the gates ghost haunted, beggings echo a bruise. Spring bloomed reluctant. Elena forcing runs along the promenade. Hudson winds whipping doubts. Text sustained, Sophia's London dispatches. Tube delays worse than your plot holes, Elena's snippets. Panel today. Quoted your note on tension. Nailed it. Then fracture. A call mid-May, Elena mid-jog, earbuds yanked. Sophia's voice strained. Mentors pushing a solo project, my queer memoir pitch. Big press interest. Elena's steps faltered, pavement blurring. Memoir? Like us. Pause crackling. Ours but mine. The shadow life. Editing dreams deferred, loving a star. Raw L healing. Jealousy spiked, hot and ugly, Sophia's words, their intimacy repackaged for strangers. Healing? From me. Breath hitched, joggers parting around her halted form. Not from you. For me. We talked, space, remember. Sophia's sigh whispered wind. Support this? Like I did yours. Elena sank to a bench, river mocking serene. I do. But it stings. Feels like you're publishing our breakup. Not breakup. Evolution. Click. Silence roared louder than crowds. Days blurred, grudge held, texts curt, calls dodged. Elena threw into work, manuscript surging vengeful. The lover's flight amplified to epic rift, begging scene a gut wrench. Agent raved. Darker edge pulls no punches. Ping mid-revise, Sophia voice note trembling. Read the sample pages you sent. The gate. Too real. Hurting but true. Forgive my push. Love you. Elena played it looped, tears salting keys, then replied. Forgive mine. Send your draft. Redline buddies. The PDF arrived nightshaded, Sophia's prose stark. Childhood closeted in cornfields. City arrival hungry. Elena's manuscript as lifeline. Elena marked gentle. Lean into the joy here, our first kiss, not just ache. And, this shines, sophomore. Your voice unmissable. Reply thanks. Means world. Summer visit. Hope rekindled, tentative. Elena booked tickets reciprocal, London July her treat. But June's heat wave hit first, apartment stifling. Elena escaping to a writer's retreat in the Berkshires. Rolling hills, no signal, forced unplug. There amid pines whispering secrets, she finished the draft, pages thick with their hybrid ache. Fame's cost, love's labor. Evenings by fire pits, swapping stories with fellow scribes. One, a poet with salt-streaked hair, nudged. That longing in your lines? Bleeds real. Chase it back. Elena did, post-retreat. Flight to Heathrow, nerves jangling like first-date butterflies. Customs queue dragged, heart sinking to pulse. Then Sophia, waiting beyond barriers, grin-splitting face, sign scrawled. Red line required. They crashed together. Kiss airport public but unheeding, hands fisting coats. Missed you, Sophia mumbled, nose nuzzling. Let's rewrite London. The month unfolded, montage bliss. Walks along the South Bank, Thames glittering, fish and chips greasy wrappered on benches. Sophia's head on Elena's shoulder as street buskers wailed folk. Nights in Sophia's flat. Cozy garret with slanted ceilings, bed creaking under them as they explored reacquainting. Sophia's fingers tracing new stretch marks from stress pounds, Elena's mouth worshipping thighs, gasps mingling with rain patter on panes. One dawn, tangled sheets, Sophia atop, grinding slow, eyes locked. Clit to clit friction building electric, climaxes sinking in shared cry. But undercurrent tugged, Sophia's memoir buzz growing. Readings booked, Elena tagging as visiting scribe. A panel clash. Elena's virtual promo overlapping Sophia's launch. Tech glitches forcing Elena to bow out. Watching stream from a cafe, Sophia's voice steady reading their coded lines to applause. Pride swelled but pinch lingered, shadow swapped. Over pints in a Camden pub, Elena confessed, ale loosening tongue. Happy for you. But, echoes the gate. Am I chasing again? Sophia set glass down, hand covering Elena's, thumb circling knuckle. No chase. We're parallel now, stories side by side. Kiss sealed it, ale sharp, pubbed in fading. Departure day loomed soft. Heathrow's hum familiar haunt. Elena lingered at security. No begging this time, just embrace tight. Whispers exchanged. August in Brooklyn? Booked. Sophia's wave lingered. Jetway swallowing reluctant. Home, Elena Dove revisions, incorporating Sophia's latest notes. Soften the reconciliation. Earn it. The manuscript hardened to arc. Not tidy bow but open-ended grace. Summer wane, text bridging. Sophia's memoir deal signed. Freaking out. Elena's champagne waiting. Proud. Then, autumn whisper. Sophia's call, voice electric. London's done. Coming home. For good. Elena's heart soared. Dishes clattering, sink forgot. Always was. Fall foliage peaked, Brooklyn ablaze in russet and gold. Elena raking leaves in the shared courtyard with unpracticed vigor. Sweater sleeves pushed to elbows, sweat beading despite crisp air. The manuscript winged to her agent. Echoes at the gate, raw as exposed nerve. Their story laundered just enough for print but pulsing true. Rejections? Nah, this one hummed market magic. Queer drama with emotional hooks. Sophia's return flight landed mid-October. Elena at arrivals again, but no desperation this time. Bouquet of peonies thrusting forward, grin-splitting face as Sophia emerged, duffel slung casual, eyes lighting on sight. Home, Sophia breathed, burying face in Flower's ruff. Then Elena's neck, arms wrapping Bone Crush. The drive hummed content. Radio crooning Fleetwood Mac. Sophia's hand on Elena's thigh. Fingers drumming rhythm to Landslide. Apartment welcomed lived in. Sophia's vanity restocked. Closet halves mingled, futon fluffed expectant. Unpacking devolved to play. Sophia's blouse tugged teasing. Elena's laugh bubbling as they tumbled laughing, mouths meeting mid-fall. Bed claimed them gentle, rediscovery soft. Elena's lips charting jawline freckles. Sophia's thighs feathering hair as hands slipped under waistbands, strokes lazy building slow. Fingers delved mutual, curls inside sinking gasps. Thumbs circling clits in tandem till waves crested shared. Bodies quaking whisper close. Post-glow, Sophia traced Elena's hip bone. Miss this. No oceans. Stay that way. Elena kissed shoulder. Inhaling clean soap from the flight. Your memoir, how's the polish? Sophia's hum vibrated. Edits incoming. But yours first, echoes? Titles slays. They fell into rhythm reclaimed. Mornings co-coffeed, revisions traded over toast crumbs. Sophia's red pen dancing pages while Elena brewed refills. Steam curling question-like. Evenings wandered. Hand in hand through leaf-strewn parks. Street vendors hawking pretzels salty hot. Shared bites and kisses lingering caramel. Fame's gears turned relentless. Elena's book deal inked. Cover mocks glowing inbox. Moody airport terminal silhouettes begging. Launch loomed November, joint promo floated. Power couple scribes. Agent enthused over Zoom, Sophia grinning beside. Elbow nudging Elena's ribs. But underglow simmered. Sophia's memoir bids rolling. A major house circling, her readings popping up. Small venues first, then podcasts probing life behind the red line. Elena attended one, back row shadowed, heart swelling as Sophia read. Voice steady on closeted youth, the manuscript that cracked me open. Elena's name coded tender. Cuna turned, a fan mic trembling. That love story. Real. Sophia paused, eyes finding Elena's in the dim. Real as revisions. Earned messy hours. Applause crashed, Elena's throat tight, pride hot. Post-event, alleyway behind the venue. Brick cool against back, Sophia pressing close. Kiss urgent, tongues tangling, rain fresh. Saw you, Sophia murmured. Hand slipping under sweater, palm warm on breast. Always my anchor. Home they burned slow. Candle flicker dancing walls, Sophia's mouth trailing spine as Elena knelt. Ass upturned, Sophia's fingers teasing rear then front. Dual invasion drawing keens. Tongue joined, lapping ass while fingers curled G-spot. Elena shattering forward, scream muffled pillow. Sophia's turn. Elena atop 69 tangle, mouths devouring. Clits sucked, fingers plunging, moans vibrating cores till dual peaks hit, thighs quaking clamp. November launch glittered, Rizzoli's atrium, champagne flutes bubbling. Elena in tailored black. Sophia radiant in emerald sheath, arm looped possessive. Readings alternated. Elena's gate plea drawing gasps. Sophia's memoir snippet on loving the light earning nods. Signing line snaked fans gushing duel. You too? Iconic. After party hummed electric. Industry schmoozers circling. But they slipped out early. Cab to a speakeasy jazz hole, corner booth dim. Whiskey neat, Sophia's foot hooking Elena's calf under table. To us bestsellers and beggars. Laughter mingled, then Hush's band swung low, sax wailing ache. Sophia leaned, breath hot. Dance. Floor cleared sparse, bodies swaying close. Hips grinding subtle to bass thrum. Back booth, hands wandered bolder. Sophia's underskirt, fingers circling through lace. Elena biting lip to stifle moan. Climax whispering quick against leather seat. Winter crept, holidays joint. Sophia's family in Chicago, Elena tagging nervous. Met with warm pie and call me mom. Quips. Elena's folks in Jersey. Awkward but thawing over lax, dad's gruff proud, kid over eggnog. New Year dawned collaborative. Retreat booked Poconos, cabin snow blanketed. Laptops hibernating for hikes crunching powder. Hot toddies steaming mugs. Nights by hearth naked sprawl rug, Sophia's head in lap. Fingers combing hair as stories swapped. Future plots, dream houses, maybe a place upstate green for writing. But spring stirred ripples. Sophia's memoir release March. Buzz building. Intimate gut punch. Kirkus raved. Tours overlapped. Sophia West Coast, Elena East. Video dates sustaining but lag frayed. Miss your touch. Elena typed post-shower towel damp. Sophia's reply delayed. Soon. Jet-lagged haze. A call mid-tour. Elena in a Philly green room, makeup half on. Sophia's voice edged. Deals gold but pressure. Advanced due revisions brutal. Feeling. Exposed. Elena paced, cord tangling ankle. You're brilliant. Lean on me, send drafts. Already am. Pause sigh soft. Gate 2.0? Chasing feels familiar. Elena's laugh wry. No chase. Partners. Fly out, crash my Boston gig. Sophia did, appearing stage-side amid applause. Grin flashing as Elena wrapped reading. Hotel after. Suite overlooking harbor, moon silvering waves. Door shut, Sophia shoved Elena to wall, kiss bruising, hands yanking zipper. Dress pulled ankles, Sophia dropping to knees, mouth claiming. Tongue plunging folds, fingers gripping thighs, Elena's cries echoing high. Wall scratched back, she came hard, knees buckling. Reciprocate. Bed splayed, Elena between legs. Fingers scissoring deep, mouth on clit relentless, Sophia's bows arching. Fuck. Release flooding. Post-bliss tangled, Sophia confessed. Scared. This books me flayed. What if they hate? Elena kissed brow. They'll love. Like I do. Release day, LA launch, Elena flying support, crowd electric. Queer icons mingling, toasts clinking. Sophia read steady, voice cracking on the light line. Elena's hand under table squeezing. Book signing duo, fans queuing joint. To my redliners, Sophia inscribed one, winking Elena Ward. Success swelled, charts climbed, dual, joint interviews booked. New York mag spread, photoshoot lofted. Lights soft on their clasped hands. From margins to Maine, headline purred. But summer heat tested. A film offer for Whispers. Script tweaks demanding Elena's input. Weeks in LA, Sophia's promo dragged concurrent. Calls crossing time zones. Beach red event tomorrow, wish your snark. Snark via text. Amp the beach bod pros. Laughter bridged but exhaustion crept. Missed connections, voicemail stacking. One August night. Elena solo in a Malibu rental. Waves crashing accusatory. Wine glass sweating condensation. Text. Ocean's pretty but empty without you. Reply hours later. Chicago layover hell. Love but drained. The word but snagged, old fracture twinging. Elena poured more Pinot, scrolling old photos. Date day blurry but their met kiss sharp, joy unshadowed. Call connected 2 a.m. her time. Sophia's voice groggy. El? Everything okay? No. Honesty spilled, wine loose. Missing us. The easy your laugh in the kitchen. Red pens dueling. Fame's double-edged now lifts us but pulls apart. Sophia hummed thoughtful. Me too. Tours like parallel universes. Need a reset. Retreat? Just us, no deadlines. September. Hudson Valley cabin booked. Relief side. Elena slept sounder, dreams of leaves and lovers. Fall reconvened them. Cabin wood smoke scented, leaves flaming hillsides. Days hike trails mud slick. Hands laced against chill, picnics blanket spread with cheese and confessions. Scared we'll drift again, Elena admitted, apple crisp bite. Sophia nodded, grape popping lips. We guard it. Weekly no-work nights, dates, dances. Nights fireside, stories spun oral, next collab? Anthology, their voices weaving. Bed claimed passionate. Sophia bound wrist silk scarf playful. Teasing with feather touches. Ice cubes trailed nipples to gasps. Then mouth devouring till Elena begged release. Elena's turn. Blindfold dawn, senses heightened. Sophia's breaths ghosting skin. Fingers mapping blind. Climax building blindfolded bliss. October brought awards season tease. Echo's long-listed national book. Sophia's memoir shortlisted Lambda. Gala's dual red carpet stepped arm in arm, flashes popping. Elena's gown emerald match to Sophia's. Whispers couple goals. After one limo-tinted champagne popped premature. Hands roaming laps, driver blind. Hotel penthouse. Mirrors reflecting frenzy. Sophia bent over chaise, Elena behind. Fingers plunging as mouth bit shoulder. Cries bouncing walls till shared shatter. Winter whispered content, holidays blended. Chicago then Jersey. Families toasting to the hearts. Wait, hyphenated dreams murmured post-eggnog. New Year plotted. Upstate house hunt. Green acres for writing shed. Garden for peonies. But February chilled, Sophia's cough lingering, dismissed as tour crud, till doc visit. Stress pneumonia. Rest. Elena cancelled gigs, nursing soup steamed, blankets tucked, readings aloud bedside. Sophia's own memoir. Laughter wheezing on familiar lines. Hear that? Your voice strong. Recovery slow but bonding deepened. Quiet mornings tea sipped, revisions paused for puzzles pieced, bodies gentle. Cuddles evolving to slow grinds, climaxes soft as snow. Spring bloomed resilient, Elena's book award win podium speech. To Sophia my red line, my runway. Without you no flight. Cheers thundered, Sophia's tears stage front. Sophia's lambda nod followed, acceptance raw. For shadows who step to light, thank you L. Summer sealed. House closing, keys jingled upstate, moving montage, boxes labeled hours. First night on porch swing, stars pricking sky, hands laced eternal. The upstate idyll unfolded painterly. Mornings mist-shrouded. Coffee brewed on a stove that creaked like old bones. Elena padding barefoot to the garden plot. Knees muddied as she planted peony bulbs. Sophia watching from the glider, mug steaming, grin lazy. Future blooms, Sophia teased, joining to press earth firm, fingers soil-streaked. Then lifting to Elena's lips for a taste, earthy alive. Days balanced. Elena's desk in the sunroom, laptop glowing drafts for a third. Co-authored whispers of their now, lovers navigating fame's wake. Sophia's nook by the window, red pen scratching her next. A novel brewing on editors turned authors. Afternoons wandered woods, trails leaf-littered. Pauses against oaks for kisses deepening to ground blankets. Hands exploring familiar wild. Sophia's back to moss, Elena's mouth trailing breasts, fingers delving wet welcome, gasp scattering birds. Evenings communal. Farmers market halls, dinners candlelit. Roast chicken crisping oven, wine decanting. Jazz low from the vintage player Sophia salvaged. Post-meal dances kitchen swayed. Hips grinding slow to Coltrane. Escalating to counters cleared, Sophia perched edge. Legs wrapping as Elena knelt. Tongue laving thighs to core. Climax shuddering silverware rattle. Fame filtered softer here. Interviews via porch webcams. Fans mailing care packages of books and baked goods. A book club trek up for tea and tales. One weekend a queer lit fest invite. Joint keynote drive down in the rattling Jeep. Nerves jangling like keys. Stage shared, mics hot. Elena on Echo's gate as love's desperate edit. Sophia weaving memoirs shadows to light. Q&A flowed. How do you balance? A young writer eyes wide. Sophia's hand found Elena's under podium. Redline each other. Constantly. Drive home twilight hushed, hands thigh caressing. Nailed it, Elena murmured, pull off to a overlook, stars early pricking. Car backseat tangle, seats reclined, clothes shed hasty. Bodies rocking suspension creak. Sophia riding Elena's fingers, mouth on neck bruising. Shared peaks fogging windows. Fall harvest brought launch for their collab chapbook. Slim volume intertwined tales of chase and claim. Reading in the village bookstore, fire crackling hearth, locals mingled fans, applause warm as cider. Signing duo dedications entwined. To S, my forever first read. Winter wrapped cozy, snow blanketing acres, fires roaring. Manuscripts hibernating for sled runs and cocoa mustached laughs. One blizzard night, power out, candles guttering, they bundled sleeping bags floor nest. Stories whispered ghostlit. Childhood swapped, fears flayed gentle. Spring unearthed peonies pink furled. Elena snipping first blooms vase-bound. Sophia photo snapping. Our cover stars. Tours lightened. Podcasts from the kitchen, virtual signings pajama-clad. But summer tested subtle. A Hollywood sequel script call for whispers. Elena tempted by LA's sun. 2 weeks. She pitched over breakfast, blueberries staining fingers. Sophia's fork paused, eyes lake reflective. Go. But not solo. I'll freelance remote. Compromise struck. Joint trip, Sophia editing poolside while Elena meetings at Il sprawled sunbaked, but their hotel suite oasis, ocean view balcony kisses salt-tanged. Evenings escape to Venice boardwalk, hands laced anonymous, cotton candy sticky sweet. Script reads devolve debriefs. They soften the queer, make it gayer, Sophia redlined notes. Nights reclaimed. Shower steam scented, bodies soaping slow, fingers slipping cracks to moans echoing tile, climaxes water cascading. Return upstate sweetened. Peonies lingering defiant, manuscript for the collab novel surging, voices blending seamless. Awards trickled. Their chapbook shortlisted Stonewall, ceremony NYC glitzy but brief, after party skipped for train home, compartment private for thigh straddles and hushed releases. Autumn deepened, leaves symphony crunch underfoot. Elena's solo novel, Beggars Inc. Ink deal gate scene epicized to catharsis. Launch fall foliaged, Sophia emceeing proud. From plea to page, Elena's triumph. Winter's hush birth balance. No tour packs, local readings only, time sacred. Hikes snowshoe clomping, baths drawn lavender deep, limbs twined lazy, climaxes ebbing like tides. Spring peony explosion. Garden riot pink, Elena weaving crowned silly, Sophia crowning queen-like. Chase through sprinklers to grass tumble, mouths devouring wet, fingers earth-smeared delving till earth and ecstasy blurred. Summer solstice. Backyard fire pit, stars wheeling wine-warming veins. Sophia rose, glass raised. To the gate that begged us forward. Elena pulled her down, lap straddled, kiss deepening flame side. Hands roaming free, blouse unlaced. Breasts bared to night air, mouth suckling peaks as hips ground denim clad. To bedroom carried, sheets cool, Sophia's legs wide, Elena's tongue mapping folds to quivers, fingers joining chorus till symphony crested. Post entwined, breaths lulling. Our ending, Elena murmured. Sophia smiled, sleep soft. No end. Just continue. Years layered gentle. Books stack shelves dual by dual. Fame mellowed to respect. Masterclasses taught tandem. Retreats hosted upstate. Mints mentored on love as muse, not crutch. A decade gate mark. Airport revisit, not begging but celebrating. Anniversary jaunt to Paris, but first JFK toast. Hand in hand security, no tears, just grins. Remember. Elena teased, arm looped. Sophia laughed, boarding pass fluttering. How could I forget? Best plot twist. Jetway swallowed laughing but promise lingered, homecomings eternal. Backstories echo. The bestseller that birthed fame but love that sustained. Elena's final manuscript closed not on gate, but garden. Peonies blooming defiant, 2 women red pen dueling under sun, hands laced stories unending. In the quiet after, Elena penned epilogue unwritten. She didn't stay then. But she returned, and in returning we stayed, forever revised, eternally ours.